Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through Relentless Rumble and the best teams you can try to use for the new game mode. Basically, Igor is now out on Endless mode. Obviously he's going to be more difficult to kill compared to the previous Endless we had. You're not going to be able to get like 100 plus kills with Igor. The highest score I've seen for today is around 45 I think. But Burial actually is a top performing hero for this Endless battle. So if you have Burial built, which I don't think many people do because he's kind of low on the priority list, then you're in luck. But if you don't, I'm going to try to give you some free-to-play teams because I don't have Burial built as well. And we'll try the Burial team as well. Maybe it will work at Legendary, but I think probably not. Okay, now in order to get all of the rewards from the event this time, you're going to need to get 25 kills in the Endless difficulty of Igor. And in order to get up to all the Velvet vouchers, you need to get 22. So we're going to aim for 22, and if we can get 25, that's even better. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I've basically saved in 3 different formations which people have used to get pretty good scores. And depending on the heroes you have, you can try these. I'm going to start off with actually this one, which is kind of the most free-to-play friendly. Odie and Lily May most people have built up, same with Smokey. And Brian, I think you can run him even if he isn't that highly ascended. Basically, you just want to have as much single target damage as possible because they're only going to be 2 enemies at a time. So AoE damage is not as effective in this Endless compared to the previous Endless we had. And so Odie and Lily May are both good for single target damage, and we have Damien giving the haste buff, Smokey giving the haste buff, so really like increasing our attack speed and reducing our skill cooldown is basically the plan. And we'll see what Brian does. Brian, the good thing, even at 1 copy he gets the work done because he will summon his bird and the bird will just keep attacking enemies and deal pretty high damage as long as he can have high enough energy. And with all the haste that we have, that should increase his energy gaining. Okay, so 46 seconds. And Smokey, the other reason he's good here, not only is he buffing your team with attack and haste buff, but his blue aura also deals decent damage. But like we mentioned again, there are only 2 enemies, so it's not like he's going to have massive wave clear with that because there's only 2 at a time. That is really what makes this a complicated Relentless Rumble, because you only can attack 2 at a time. If there were 5 all over the field, then it would be exactly like, you know, the previous Relentless Rumble, and you would just go for Taylene or the AoE damage dealers. But if there are only 2 enemies, it's better to go for more single target focused damage. And let's take a look at the damage chart at the end. I wonder if there's a better option than Damien. Probably not actually, because that haste buff. Maybe Mikola could be, because Mikola also gives a haste buff to your team. But let's take a look. So in total we got 35 kills, which is not bad for a team like this. Brian did end up doing a lot of damage. Odie didn't even do that much. But I think a lot of people have Odie built, and that's probably why they decide to run him. I wonder if we try a Mikola version of this team. I want to do some testing with that, but now I'm going to show you the other 2 teams that we have. So the next team you can try, I really like this idea. I feel like this should be good. So it's basically replacing the Odie, because Odie was kind of the weak link of the other team. It's also running the Mikola in here rather than Damien, because I thought that would be better. If you can control the Honor Arena, it would be better. Actually, the reason the previous team, you wouldn't control the Honor Arena, so Mikola wouldn't provide you the value, right? If you have Brian, Lily May, Odie. Yeah, I think that is the problem. But here you can control the Honor Arena with Seth. I think Smokey is in range to be counted as an ally there, and then also Mikola. So you can gain control and maintain the control of the Honor Arena and gain that haste buff for your team, which is really valuable. Basically, that is the plan for these teams. You have Smokey in all of the teams for attack and haste buff. You have Mikola if you can control the Honor Arena, like for example with Seth. Seth does really well when they're enemies with low health, right? And he can snowball and rapidly nuke through single target enemies. But I think if you want to do well with Seth, he probably needs to be more highly ascended, because he gains a lot of value with his ascension skills. But I think at a minimum, if you want to try this team, Legendary Plus for Seth is what I would recommend, because he gains some attack from that at least. But I think his other abilities are important when he's getting kills. So 29 seconds left, 28 kills already. Yeah, this team is looking better than the first team. But I think a lot of people will not have Seth built, which is the problem. Mikola, you can run even at 1 copy in this team. She can keep recasting her Curd Sphere, that's not a problem. And Lily May, you're probably going to have built as well. But, okay, so we break our record by quite a bit, 41 kills, which is actually a really solid score for this Relentless Rumble, putting us in rank 2. Yeah, basically, Odie has been replaced, and Damien has been replaced for Mikola and Seth, who are just upgrades to that. But Odie and Damien can work as well. And again, if you're limited on heroes, maybe that would be the best team that you can try. Okay, now we're going to try the Burial team. So this is the overall, I think, the top performing team for the Relentless Rumble. But if you have Burial built, if you don't have Burial built, we're going to try it and see what we can do. But I'm suspecting it won't be able to get as good of a score as the other teams. Because on this map, there are only 2 enemies, right? And they spawn in opposite, like, across the map from each other. So they're going to be considered as isolated enemies, and Burial then destroys enemies who are isolated, causing them to take increased damage and having the shadows attack them. But if you only have Burial at Legendary, he doesn't do his job very well. Yeah, I think it probably doesn't make sense to run Burial unless you have him built. But I don't know, I just wanted to test it to see whether Legendary could work for him. And Cassidy is an interesting idea. I want to look through our heroes, and we're going to do a bit more testing to give some more free-to-play alternatives. I think the reason Cassidy is good is if you have our Mythic Plus ability, because that is going to empower the normal attacks of your team, and that is going to increase like your single target damage. Because Cassidy's Running Tide is an AoE skill, but that's not really helping you that much to kill the enemies. It's her empowered normal attacks, which are going to just stack up and have you deal a lot of damage. Okay, so even with the Burial at Legendary, this ended up doing pretty well. Yeah, like our top record was 41 kills, and this is going to get around 35 kills, which is not bad at all. And if you had Burial built higher, then this would be the overall top performing team. So this is a team that I would recommend if you have Burial built. Okay, now let's think about some different alternatives. We'll go to this team, which I really liked. Now let's say you don't have Seth, and you don't have maybe, or 1 copy of Mikola most people will have. And then I think you can run her in this. So it would have to be, like, could it be Shakir? Shakir would buff up your team, he would give the haste buff to your team. He wouldn't be as effective at killing things, but is there another damage option here? Like single target damage, that would be really good. We kind of want someone with high attack speed. I'm even thinking something like Sylvina. The thing about Shakir here though is we get the factional synergy, and you need to run factional synergy here because that's going to boost your stats. Maybe something like Alsa could work as well, but I'm going to try Shakir because it's going to buff up our team, hopefully, and give us control of the Honor Arena. And I'm hoping that this is going to be enough to, because it's gonna, the buff from Lupine's Roar is hitting the Lily May here. It is hopefully also going to get close to the Brian if we can walk over there. And Brian, I think you can work even if you don't have him highly ascended. I would try him even with 1 copy. Obviously his damage would be lower, but I think it would still not be so bad because of, it's mainly his ultimate which is dealing most of the damage. Okay, not looking too bad with Shakir here. So maybe a decent replacement for Seth if you don't have Seth built. Because I think definitely more people would have Shakir built than Seth, right? 38 seconds left. Our record is 40, we got 41 kills with the Seth team. That was crazy. But we're not going to be able to beat that with this. But this is coming pretty close. Like, even if we could get 35 plus, I'd be pretty happy with it. Because then it gives you another option for like a 35 kill type team. And again, you only have to get 25 kills. Apart from that, there's no rewards for ranking higher on the leaderboard. So, okay, good. Looking good. And there's also some RNG involved about like how quickly you kill the enemies. And yeah, 38 kills. Not bad. Definitely not bad. 41 was our record. And 38 with Shakir instead of the Seth. Very good option as well for you to try. But anyway, guys, hopefully these are some great teams that you can try for the Relentless Rumble. And Brawl won, of course, Splash won that. And oh, we're actually tied for first with 41 kills. Maybe he hasn't found out about the Burial team because he does have Burial built. And then he's going to dominate that as well. But let's go ahead and claim all of these rewards. So already from this, if you have completed all of the quests, you will have finished the the 1,000 points needed to get the regular invite letters. And now there's going to be there's more quests coming later on. Defeat enemy times 12 in... Oh wait, is this for the other Relentless Rumble? The final one that will be coming? Yeah, and you'll have to defeat 20 to get maximum in the final brawl. And that will be against the tornadoes. Yeah, the wind elementals who can cast like a tornado and then they become like untargetable. So that might be a little bit difficult, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you're able to get 25 kills in this boss with the different team options we tried. Just to recap it maybe one more time, looking at, I won't do another run, but looking at maybe some other potential options. You want some good single target damage. I think Odie is a good option, like a fine option, and he also does well with the arcane spell, so I think Odie would be pretty good. If you're running Mikola, you'll want to have someone to control the on arena, so I think Shakir is the perfect teammate for him. Yeah, Odie is good, I think. Cassidy we saw was a decent option. Maybe even Elsa could be good. She casts really frequently, and also she deals pretty decent damage. And of course Seth, if you have Seth built up. If he's Legendary Plus or above, you could also try him. And yeah, so those are basically the teams I would recommend. Hopefully you're able to get a good score. But anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck with this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now, and thank you for watching.